Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now we're covering ATP Chengdu and Hangzhou, the final. So get into the comments and let me see what you're playing for tomorrow. And keep your eyes peeled for my pinned comment if you'd like to see what I'm playing as well and follow along. If you do like the breakdowns of these matches, please give this video a like. It goes a super long way. Thank you in advance if you do, and thank you for all who do as well. If you do feel generous for any of the wins that you've been getting on this channel since I've been starting, there's a link in the pinned comment every video as well. If you'd like to donate, it's just there if you'd like to. And it's accompanied with another link to my free Discord. If you'd like to just join, it's full of more bets. Another community you can join if you'd like to, but it's a big community of very nice people talking sports all day and giving you some extra advice on some picks if you'd like to get some extra money for free. So, with that being said, would like to ask, what we looking like today? We took Musetti money line and the spread for. No, we took. What was that? Royer to get a set and Bublik to cover the spread. Easy. Jesus. Royer took the match, being the underdog that won. I told you he was probably going to end up winning that one. And then we have Bublik, who just completely destroyed Yibing Wu. So I have high hopes that he's probably not going to drop a set in the final. He rarely does, but we'll get into that. We only have 2 matches. I'm going to make another video tomorrow earlier in the morning so you guys can get through what's going to be going down in Tokyo. All right, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm excited for Tokyo. Hopefully we can get some more dubs coming through. But without further ado, let's get into the Chengdu final, which is going to be starting with Lorenzo Musetti and Alejandro Tabilo. And this is going to be their second head-to-head. They played at a challenger level back in 2021, so this will be the first real time. But back then, Musetti beat him 6-2, 6-0 on the clay. So far this season, we have a 14-8 on the hard for Musetti with a 33-14 record this season with a 57% win rate. And then a Tabilo with a 14-10 on the hard, going 20-17 this season with a 58% win rate on the hard. So actually just a bit better than Musetti. But the biggest thing we have to know is there's a few things we got to look at. I don't know the last time we've seen Musetti against a lefty, but it's definitely been some time. He lost to Cam Norrie in Washington. That was the last time he played against a lefty. He lost to Jack Draper in Madrid on the clay. He has not been playing too well against lefties. So we shall see. We shall see. Now looking at Tabilo, how he plays against people in the top 10. So far he's 1-4 this season. He beat Djokovic this season, but him going against Musetti is going to be if he does end up beating him, which I don't think will happen. Musetti's playing all too well, but we'll get into that in just a second. I just want to look at Musetti's left-hand history. So far this season, he's 2-4. He's only been able to beat. Actually, that's fair. He's 2-4 this season, but the people that he's been beating are people within the rank of Tabilo. He beat Mutet and Shapovalov. Beating Shapovalov is honestly a bit more impressive to me, and that was in the Australian Open, and he beat him in straight sets. So If you can if you can beat Dennis back then in that form, I'm kind of impressed. Knowing what you can do against a lefty, I'm leaning more on that performance than how he did against Cam Norrie in Washington. That was his like first match back on a hard court since who knows when. Probably like March or some shit like that. So, yeah, let's keep looking at it. So, Musetti did get through Shevchenko and Basilashvili and Dino Prizmic, only dropping a set so far. Tabilo has only dropped 2 sets coming from qualies. So this will be his 7th match, and if he wins, that will be huge. Beating a guy that's only had to play 3 matches, or losing to a guy that's played 7, ranked what? 112? He's 1-4 against top 10 players. He's 1-8 against top 20 players. He's 4-9 against top 50, and he's 8-14 against top 100. So if they're just looking at his record against people above him, he shouldn't be winning. Now, I'm wondering if I could see what he's at in a final. Across all careers. In the finals, on hard courts, he's 4-5 his entire career. Tabilo is. Looking at Musetti. He's 1-3 on hard courts and finals. Lost in the final, last year, was it? To Jerry Chang. Lost to a lefty in the final. Is he going to do it again? And he lost bad. So, I think I'm going to have to go for a Tabilo spread here. I think it's the only right thing to do at this point. Because in reality, Tabilo probably could win this match. Like, let's keep it a bean. It'd be an upset of the week, but I think it really could happen. Him to get a set is minus 126. I think it's possible. And honestly, better for him to cover the spread. It's the same price of him covering the spread as him getting a set. So, either way, if we bet on it, we could still win if Musetti wins. But this will be a bit of a hedge today if I do end up playing it. I think I will, because something's telling me Tabilo is going to win this match now that I'm looking at everything. So, I'm wondering if I can cash out. But I'm not gonna. I don't do that. I ride things out. That's just how I'm built. But if we're looking at aces and other things like that, I don't even think we need to, honestly. I think taking Tabilo for a set is really good. Or him covering the 3.5 spread is also really good. I can't decide between either or. So, if you wanted to play them both, it's plus 105. He's not winning the match, but he could win the match with that bet. So, if you wanted to play it, it's there. But yeah, I'll leave it alone. Let's move on to the last but not least match of the morning. It'll be happening at 7:30 my time, so I will be watching. And it's going to be Valentin Royer going against our boy, Alex Bublik. This is going to be their first head-to-head. Both have been playing tremendously well. But I will tell you this. It took Bublik a set to get back on his feet. Once he got back on his feet, bro, it was all back into autopilot. It's like he never left the clay, bro. That's what it's looking like. He puts into his mind, when he gets into these 250s, his mindset is like, all right, I gotta win 4 matches. Just gotta win 4. That's 8 sets if I really got to. 9 sets if I really got to, right? But I could do this. That's the mentality it looks like he's going in these matches with. So, and then we have Royer, who is, at this point now, I mean, who is this guy? He's on the radar for sure. He is on the radar for sure. He's not going to be able to ace Bublik, though. So, still pretty confident in Bublik getting that done for us. Not as confident as Musetti in Musetti right now, going against that lefty Tabilo. But the spread for this Bublik match is minus 3.5. I think that's a great parlay piece. Honestly, we could go for some smoke here. I think that he might even cover a little bit more than that. We can get him at minus 4.5 for some smoke. That's plus 130. We can get out of this final on a good note, most likely. Let's try to do that with Bublik. But before we even commit to that, I'm sure you know that he's the obvious favorite at minus 390. Royer is at plus 300 to win, around the same price as Tabilo from Musetti. But Bublik is 41-19. Bublik is 41-19 this season, going 11-9 on the hard courts. Royer is 53-22. He's got a better record than Bublik does, going 13-6 on the hard court, 31-11 on the clay. He's having a better season than Bublik. And he's been climbing rank. He's now in the top, now he's ranked 88? So, this guy's moving and grooving up. He's probably well above that now. He's probably jumped a few. He's probably in the top 60 or something now. But Bublik still continues to climb. If he wins this one, he's going to make himself, in the top 15? Let's see. Let's get a good look at it real quick. He should get around 250 points. Alright, now it wants to act up. Sweet. That's just fucking great. Okay, well, fuck that. Royer has gone through a crazy draw to get to this final. Charles Chen, who I don't know too well, Elliot Spizzuri, Alexander Kovacevic, Andrei Rublev, Lerner Tien, and Corentin Moutet. Got rid of Rublev in straights. Tien gave him probably the biggest fight out of all of them, and Kovacevic. But he beat them seemingly the same way. Isn't that crazy? Anyway. Going into the Bublik thing. If Bublik does Yeah, if Bublik wins this match, he will jump up to 16, which will be a career high. That'll be the highest he's ever been in the ATP. So I'm rooting for Bublik to cover the spread and to win. Same with Musetti, because we paid the future for them last video. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. It's going to be pretty simple and plain for me. I'm going to be going into Japan tomorrow, so kind of just getting ready for the round one. Don't forget to play light, please. The round one here was crazy, so we've learned our lesson. Play light or don't play at all, honestly. Just watch some tennis. It's happening at the late evening for me, so I'll be able to catch the earlier ones, but for the rest, we'll have to just wake up and find out. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Be smooth. Peace.